All right, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to another Workout Wednesday, and I'm glad that you jumped on and you're taking a look at this. Now, you might be watching on actually Wednesday as we are live, and you also may be watching on a replay sometime down the road. So whatever day it is when you're watching this, I hope your day is great. But as of right now, it's actually Wednesday, and we're towards the last, it's actually the last Wednesday of the month of August 2020. And so, man, I'll tell you what, I hope you're crushing it wherever you are, whatever dealership you're at, whatever sales position you have, or whether you're a manager or BDC or internet, GM, GSM, floor manager, closer, new car manager, used car manager, whatever position you have. I hope your month is going great and you guys are having an awesome month. So thanks for tuning in. And my name is Joe Cala, and I'm with Auto Dealer University, and we're so happy that you're a part of this. So definitely check us out on autodealeruniversity.com if you're not a part of our university and not a part of our training. But today, man, we're going to go ahead and jump right into it. We're going to talk about areas of focus for sales success in the car business, okay? Areas of focus for sales success in the car business. And one of the things I think that's so important to remember is that during our tenure in any kind of position in the car, in the auto industry, we have to remember that there are certain things, we talked about this last week, there's certain clues that are left behind during those who are succeeding in this business, okay? So when you see people succeeding, there's clues to find. There's reasons why they are succeeding. There's things that they focus on that make them successful in this business, okay? So we're going to talk about a couple of those things today. And I want to help bring to you something that can bring your level up, and you can level up from wherever you may be. So you might be, as you're watching this, you might be a 5-car to 8-car, 9-car, 10-car a month, sales professional. And you want to level up. You want to go to 12, 15, 20, whatever it may be, 25, 30, 35, 40, 50, 55, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, whatever the number is, there is an area of focus that's necessary for you to get to where you need to be. And always remember this, if you keep doing what you've always done, keep going at it the same way you've always done, you're going to get only what you've always got up to this point. Again, keep doing what you've always done. You'll keep getting what you've always got. And that's the thing that we have to make sure we stay on top of, and not just doing something for the sake of doing it and thinking that the activity is going to create results. If the activity doesn't create results, then we have to look at the activity that we're making a part of what we do on a daily basis and maybe change some things, okay? So we're going to talk about that. So what are some things of focus? What are some areas of focus in order for you to succeed in the car business? Number one, know your product. You need to know your product. It's so important. And product knowledge, some salespeople might say, well, it's stupid. I don't really need to know my product that well. Certification and all this stuff is so annoying, and all the testing and all that kind of stuff is stupid, and all the stuff that comes with it from the manufacturer is just a waste of time. And it's really not. You have to be a master at your product, okay, and at your skill set. You have to be a master. You have to know your product, know your product in such a way that you're just, you don't even have to think about it sometimes, okay? Somebody may say something and you're like, yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. Here's the answer, okay? You want to be, because every dealership has this person. You want to be the person, if you're not, that everybody goes to when they need help with their Bluetooth or syncing it, or technology, or the question about, the different, differentials and, towing capacity and all the, tongue weight and all the different things, payload, all the stuff that may be, asked, you need to know, because customers rely on you to be the one who knows more about it than them. Customers will come in and expect you to know about the vehicles that you're selling. They're expecting you to do that. And many times customers will come in with a very good knowledge and understanding of your product. And I've seen customers who actually know the product better than salespeople. And I'm going to tell you that if you're that salesperson who has experienced a customer that knows more than you, then I want you to focus on knowing and learning your product, knowing and learning your brand, knowing and learning your trim levels, knowing and learning your packages, your different different packages that come together based off of trim levels. Some trim levels don't allow certain packages to be grouped and combined with others. You're supposed to know that. And when you know that, okay, that is giving you the ability to create confidence with the customer when you're talking to them. And when you can have that knowledge of your product, you have that knowledge, of your, trim levels and whatever it is they're purchasing or looking at, it creates a confidence in the customer too. You don't want to go ahead and not know what you're talking about, because here's what happens. I've seen it happen where customers want another salesperson. They don't feel like that they're going to be taken care of. They don't feel like you know what you're talking about. And so I've seen it happen. Can I get your sales manager to just come out for a minute? And then the sales manager comes out, and I've been that sales manager that's been talked to and said, look, can you get us with another salesperson, because I don't really feel like this salesperson knows much about what we're trying to accomplish, and I'd rather go ahead and work with someone else. That's happened before. And so when you don't know what you're talking about, you're gonna lose an opportunity to earn business from a customer. So some buyers ask questions because they already know the answers. I've done it before. I know the answer, but I'm gonna ask a question. I want to see the skill set and the knowledge of the person I'm working with, and I also want to keep them honest. I want to see if they're going to be trying to lie to me, or just tell me what they think I need or want to know, or if they really know what they're talking about, okay? You got to remember this, guys. A car purchase is a very high purchase. It's probably the second most expensive purchase that most people will make in their lifetime, okay? Next to owning a home, for the most part, most people, this is going to be the second largest purchase that they do pretty often, whether they lease or finance every 4 to 5 years or 3 to 5 years, whatever it may be, that they're going to continue to make. And this is a very important decision. Listen, people want to know that when they're talking to somebody, the person they're speaking to, they don't want a fast talking salesperson that's going to try to convince them to buy. They want to discuss sometimes certain features, certain things that are going to be, important to them. And they want someone who's knowledgeable. Okay. It's important also to say, if you don't know the answer, it's also very important to say, look, I'm not sure about that, but I'll get you an answer, and I'll actually take a look at that for you, and I'll get that for you. Never, ever lie. Never guess at an answer or just try to fake it till you make it. Don't do that. Okay. That's not the way it works anymore. All right. So if you're trying to fake it till you make it, don't, because that's deceptive, and you're going to lose opportunity, and it's not something that you should do. Okay. Because again, you want to make sure that you're providing a great service to your client. And at the same time, another thing you should know, not just about product knowledge, but know your inventory. And we talk about this often, especially when it comes to the university. Know your inventory, walk your inventory, know where everything's located and where everything is, because especially if you have a dealership that's changing their inventory on a daily or weekly basis, and they're shifting cars around and they're moving vehicles in the used car lot, and they're putting certain things in certain directions, in the front line, the middle line, the back line, and then we have the trade-in, the bullpen, we have the shop, all these different things. Inventory is always moving. Salespeople don't always put things back where they found them. So that vehicle that was out on the front line an hour ago, maybe it was demoed by another salesperson, and that salesperson just left it in the back. There's no money on it. There's no deal. And now, it's just sitting back there. Okay. So you have to know where things are, walk your inventory, and walk through, especially when it comes to your trade-ins, especially when it comes into, to what's in the shop and what's going through the shop. Know what's coming in, know what's out there, know what's been sold or what hasn't been sold, because this is the reason why you may need to do a switch on something, and the vehicle may be, not the vehicle that somebody thought it was, and they don't want that vehicle any longer. But now it's up to you to go ahead and find another vehicle that fits what they need. So you want to switch them into a new vehicle. If you don't know where that vehicle is located, then you have to, scurry and run around. There's nothing worse than wasting time looking for a vehicle. Know your inventory, okay? Another thing here, areas of focus for sales success in the car business. Know your product, know your inventory, okay? Another thing is be friendly, be positive. You have a responsibility to make sure that every single day when you come into work, you're responsible for your attitude. I'm gonna drink my coffee. Just a second here. Okay. You need to have a good attitude every single day that you walk into that dealership. It's up to you, okay? You don't need to blame a customer for your attitude. Whatever you go through in life, whatever you're dealing with at home, whatever you're dealing with at work, whatever you're dealing with in your head, you have to make it a point that you respond properly. Okay, you have a good attitude, a positive attitude, and you need to let that shine through, because here's the deal. You control this right here. Your face is your control. That's your responsibility, all right? Don't have that resting face where you look like you're sucking on lemons, and that you just have this sour, approach, and then people are afraid to approach you because you got that look. You're like eyebrows down, squinting, and you're just staring at people with that look. No, smile, all right? Hey, smile. Alert your face. Let your face know it's okay to smile. Some people are afraid to smile because they haven't smiled in so long, they think that if they do it, they might crack their face or something. I don't know what's going on. We need to smile, though. Be approachable. I heard somebody say that you need to smile because it increases your face value, right? If somebody doesn't have a smile on their face, why don't you go ahead and give them yours? Smile. Let people see that you're happy, that you're happy to be alive, that you're happy to be at work. Okay? I mean, there's nothing worse than sitting there looking at people that are just depressed, miserable, sad, mad, angry, and all this other stuff. You are responsible for the way you take care of your attitude. 10% of life is what happens to you, and 90% is the way you respond to it. It's your choice, okay? You have a choice to decide whether you're going to have a good attitude or a bad attitude, a good mindset, a good posture, a good way of handling things or not. That's up to you, okay? Your attitude is reflective in your posture. If you're just your posture's down and you're down, people will see that. That's part of your attitude. Or if you have a certain strut or whatever it is, that's all a part of your attitude, okay? And your attitude is what's going to help lift you up, raise you up, or bring you down. So you have to keep yourself up with a positive attitude. Put your shoulders back, sit up straight, stand up tall, smile, open your eyes a little bit, okay? Make yourself look like you're someone who wants to help somebody, all right? Be positive, be friendly, be enthusiastic, all right? There's something to be said about an authentic, enthusiastic experience, okay? Make the customer feel special when you're with them, okay? Everybody has a sign on their chest that's blinking. Make me feel special. Make them feel special, okay? Be kind. Be sincere. Don't be fake. Don't be phony. Don't try to, again, like we said before, fake it till you make it. Don't do any of that, okay? Be enthusiastic, okay? And not just to the customer, but while you're with your current coworkers, everybody that you're in contact with, I mean, there's the people that are always happy and great when they're around people they don't know, and then they're around their people that they know most, and they're cantankerous, they're upset, they're bitter, they're mad. No, be kind, be friendly, and befriend other people in your workplace, okay? Get to know everybody around. One of the things that used to make people, happy and angry at the same time was when I would walk in, when I was at my dealership, I'd say hello to everybody. I mean, I would open up the door to the office where all the women were doing their job back there, and I'd open up and say, "Hey, good morning, ladies." And they'd look up and go, "Oh, hey, Joe." I mean, it was like, okay, sorry to bother you. Let the light shine in as you open the door. And then, I'm saying hello to everybody, to the office workers, to service advisors, technicians. I used to walk through the bays, and I'd say hello to all the technicians, the parts counter, parts workers. I'd bring ice cream cones during the summer, because I know that it'd get hot in the shop, and I'd bring ice cream cones or ice cream pops, and I'd bring it back to the techs who are back there sweating in the heat. I would bring back positive, smiling, genuine attitudes, saying hello, talking to them, interacting with them, connecting with them, along with my fellow workers on the sales floor, BDC, internet, management, all that stuff. Why would I do that? Because I genuinely have a good attitude. I work on it. I make it a choice because it's not something that's automatic. I choose to have a good attitude, and I made it a point to do so, and I made it a point to let it be contagious, okay? And so that's something that you need to work on, because a happy workplace atmosphere reflects well on the dealership, and people notice when they walk in. People will recognize whether or not that this is a fun, nice, light atmosphere when they walk in, based off of the attitudes that are circulating within the showroom, okay? Next, learn and know your customer relationship management system, your CRM, okay? Know your CRM. Now, here's the deal. When I say know your CRM, I mean make sure that you're aware of how it works and make sure that it's working properly. I hear too many times people say my CRM's terrible, it stinks, it's this, it's that, it's the CRM's fault, when in reality, a CRM is only doing what you tell it to do or don't tell it to do, okay? A CRM is a software solution that is basically responding to business rules of, if this happens, then that will happen. If this takes place, then that will take place. It's an if this does it, that will be done kind of a situation. That's how it works with the CRM. It's programmed with business rules to do what it's told to do. And so if you're trying to speak to it and get it to respond a certain way, and it's not responding in the way you think it should, then what you need to do is you need to learn the language of the CRM. I'm not going to talk to somebody who only speaks Spanish in English. Why? Because I'm wasting my time and I'm probably annoying them. Okay? Simply because they don't understand what I'm saying. They don't speak English. They speak Spanish. So if I want that communication line to be effective, I need to speak to them in a way that they can understand what I'm saying. It's the same thing with our CRM. What are we doing with our CRM? It's more than just this. A customer leaves. We had a situation with the customer where we worked numbers. We had a vehicle they wanted, but they didn't drive home in the car. Here's my notes in the CRM. Customer is a flake and the deal went sideways. Enter. And then we move on. Not good, okay? This is not going to do nothing for you that's going to help you with long-term follow-up and trying to put this deal together, especially if a manager comes alongside who cares about you and is trying to help move business forward and get more deals on the board, and goes into the CRM a week later and says, hey, John, customer's a flake and deal went sideways. What happened? Yeah, man, they just can't buy it, man. They said they're going to go home and talk about it and whatever. I don't even know. I mean, that is not going to do anything good for your success or career in the business at all. So what do we do? Okay, so how do we do that? Okay, CRM. Well, we just we just worked with the customer. Okay, John was here. We were at $350 a month, $2,000 total down, $1,500 for his trade, owes $3,000. We were about $50 a month short. Couldn't put the deal together. Wants to go home, talk to his wife. Said he's going on vacation for the next 4 days, and then he'll come back. He'll call us when he gets back. That's a lot of notes, Joe. Why the heck would you put all that? The reason why is because now what's going to happen is that I'm going to go ahead 2 days into the fact that they're going away for vacation in 4 days. 2 days in, I'm going to say, hey, man, this is Joe from ABC Toyota. I hope your vacation's going great. Have an awesome time. That's all. I'm not going to try to sell them nothing. I know they're on vacation, right? Then when they get back, I'm going to call them up. Hey, what's going on, John? Joe over here at ABC Toyota, just reaching out. How was your vacation, man? Did you enjoy it? Did you guys have a great time? I'm going to start talking. I'm going to go ahead and reference that. Why? Because I'm talking to them. I'm connecting with them. And then I'm going to say, hey, look, I just wanted to get back with you. I'd love to move forward with this and get things moving forward. I know you wanted to think about it. I'd love to go ahead and get the deal moving forward for you. You think we can go ahead and wrap this up today? And then hear what they say. Hey, just checking back. I know you said you're out of the market, or I know that you said that you wanted to go think about it. Are you still in the market? I'd love to move things forward. We actually had our manager come in, and I think we can do a little better on the deal. What am I doing? I'm now at least having some knowledge of what took place based off, because I'm not going to remember all the details. As much as I think I am, I have to let the CRM be my brain. It has to be the file cabinet for me to know how to go back and engage the customer, especially maybe, okay, 1 day later, I might remember details, but 10 days, 15 days, 20 days, 30 days, 45 days, 60 days, 90 days. Are you really going to remember all these customers? No. Turn your CRM into a cash register machine and let it go ahead and just start printing money for you based off of how you use it, okay? It is going to be as effective as you are with it, all right? It's just like anything, all right? It's only going to give you back a return on what you put into it. The investment that you give it, the time that you give it, the attention that you give it, that's what's going to come back in the way that you take care of it, okay? So again, know your CRM. The next thing, be professional. Okay, be professional, man. A clean, crisp, professional look evokes confidence in your abilities, makes you feel good, and it says something about the person who's working with you. It seems like that you might know what you're doing just by appearance, because let's just face it, the appearance of how you look is something that is important when you're working with a customer. Okay, this customer is coming to spend, again, the second largest purchase that they may ever make in their entire lifetime. And whatever that amount is, whether it's 10, 15, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 100 plus, whatever the number is that they're spending on the vehicle, they want to make sure they're working with a professional. Okay? They want to make sure that when they sit down at your desk, it doesn't look like a bomb just went off, and they're afraid that as they're sitting there and they're looking, they see that there's like credit apps and people's social security numbers that are exposed to everybody to see. Is that going to be mine? Is somebody going to be able to just go ahead and take my information? No, they want to make sure that they have that they're sitting down at a clean, organized workplace when they're sitting with you as a professional. Okay, act professional. Act mature. Be professional in the way that you speak, okay? Don't let the comfort zone of familiarity break down the walls and not be professional and then cause a deal based off of you getting too loose with them, all right? We have to remember, we're still on a professional transaction here, okay? They are the customer. We are the professional, all right? Next, listen to your customers more than you talk. I know that's tough sometimes. We just want to talk, and tell them everything we know, right? But we need to listen. Listen, Linda, listen, all right? Let them tell you what they need. Let them show you how to sell them a vehicle, all right? They'll tell you why they're buying the car. They'll tell you what their budget is. They'll tell you if they want to finance or lease, or if you ask the right questions, let them talk. And your job is basically, as a therapist, so to speak, is to ask the right questions and just let them talk. That's what most therapy sessions are. is that you're going into a place where you're being asked a question and you're talking and talking and talking and talking, and then they're guiding you to an answer that you're figuring out on your own. And this is pretty similar when it comes to selling transportation and talking to people. We need to listen to them, let them speak. Okay, I see it happen too many times where we're so focused and locked in on the sale that we totally messed up the response to that person's, whatever they said. For example, so, hey, welcome to ABC Toyota. What brought you in today? I know you're probably looking for something, in our inventory here, and I just wanted to go ahead and just let you know that we have some amazing specials today. What was it that brought you in? What was it that interested you? And how can I help you today? Well, I'll be honest with you. I just kind of went through a couple things with my spouse, and we just got a divorce. And, so I need a new vehicle. I really don't know. My other car, she has it, and I just, so this is kind of what I'm dealing with. And the salesman responds, okay, great. So, what are you looking for? Are you looking for a 2-door or 4? Okay, great. What the heck are you doing here? Okay, great. The guy's going through some serious problems with his spouse. He's telling you that there's some hardships going on, and now all you're concerned about is the next step. Take time to listen to the customer, connect with them. Hey, I'm terribly sorry to hear what you're going through. I'm here to do whatever I can to help through this transition of what you're trying to go through here, and I'm going to help find the transportation that'll help meet the needs of what you're trying to accomplish. So, in order for us to do that, why don't we go ahead and just come over to the with me real quick, and let's go ahead and grab some information so we can find the right solution. Sound good? So that's a different approach. You're not just going, oh yeah, okay, great. Oh, sounds awesome. And then just moving on to you don't want to just give a standard generic response to everything, okay? Listen and respond appropriately, okay? Match the style of your customer. So this is basically like mirror. You're like a mirror to them. You're going to mirror their energy. You're going to mirror their demeanor sometimes. If you're coming in just blah, 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 blasting, and you're high energy and they're high energy, that's great. If they're high energy and they're like, yeah, and you're high energy with them and you're mirroring them. But then you have somebody who's maybe a little bit more like, calm and they're soft-spoken. It's all right to bring yourself down a little bit and lower the energy a little bit and use, your tonality and your energy. And you see how I'm talking right now? I just changed the entire mood and the way I did this, and you're using this in a way where you're helping communicate in a way that because people like people who are like them. And they gravitate to that. So if you're able to communicate like that, if they're talking like this and you're talking to them on that same level, that's the kind of thing that you can use to help create the greatest retention and impact of what you're trying to deliver. It's about mirroring techniques. It's using their energy and using what they're doing as you go ahead and you speak to them, okay? The next thing here as we wrap up is the details matter. Okay, the details matter. If you want to make the deal, you need to focus on the details. All right, the details. The deal is in the details. In other words, you need to be very pay attention to the details. If somebody says something that's important to them that you think that they think needs to happen in order for the deal to come together, you better make sure that you have that there, because it can come back and bite you. Because all of a sudden the deal comes together and they said, oh yeah, remember I talked about this? That's in here too, right? No. Well, I told you that. I told you I want this and I want that and I need this in order to make the deal to come together. And now you're telling me it's not there? Deal blows up because you didn't pay attention to the details, okay? Don't shortcut things. Don't make it, 5-liners on the credit apps, and then you throw it into finance, and now hey, Joe Cala over to finance, please. And all of a sudden you get in there, and they're like, "What are you doing? You don't have anything in here for income. You have nothing in there. Now you're spending more time. Now the customer's waiting more. pay attention to the details. The deal is in the details, okay? So these are just some things, guys, that I'm sure will help you guys if you want to focus on areas of success in the car business. Number one, know your product. Number two, know your inventory. Number three, have a good attitude, man, be friendly and positive. Number four, learn your CRM. Number five, be professional. Number six, listen more than you talk. Number seven, match the style of your customer. Number eight, get the details right, all right? And the deal is in the details. Listen, I hope this helped you guys out. I'm positive it will make a difference in your sales, and I know this will bring you from one level to the next. So go ahead, take this, watch it, rewatch it as much as you want here, and we'll see you next week on another episode of Workout Wednesday. Talk to you soon, guys.